I was called to do, is that what you say?
Yes.
Horticultural science.
Yes.
Though I badly wanted to do microbiology, but I didn't get to change my course. So no, I didn't study fashion.
Do you feel that designing clothes, are you designing for everyday practical wear, or is it for functions or occasions? So where do you lean?
Mostly functions.
How do you deal with because there's so many complaints. Usually there's so many complaints about tailors and designers. Yeah, like you tell either you overpromise.
Yeah.
Have you had those challenges where you've actually made very, very good promises and then you fail to deliver on time? Welcome to the Creative Hustle. So this is a podcast that we try to talk to people who are making it in the creative digital economy.
Yeah.
And today we have a very special guest, Morine Aringo, who is in the fashion world. And she's going to talk about how she's been able to navigate the fashion industry and be able to become one of these biggest fashion icon in Kenya. She's an multi-award-winning fashion designer. So Morine Aringo, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope we have so much fun.
All right. So I don't know if I did much justice to the introduction. So you can probably tell us more about yourself and the fashion brand that you run.
Yeah. So I'm Morine Aringo. As you've said, I own and run Handle African Designs. We have been in the industry for a few years now, 6 years. And yeah, we've won 2 awards. We've been nominated for 5 or 6. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We've dressed, a lot of people, big, small, everyone. And yeah, we are here for the long run.
All right. So just try and figure out how Handle came to being. I understand that you actually went to Moi University.
Yes.
Or rather a campus that was attached to Moi University and later on became its own University of Eldoret, isn't it?
Yes.
And I understand that they had a fashion and design course there, a bachelor's degree in, I think, fashion and design.
Yeah.
Did you do this course or did you actually pursue something else? And if you actually did something else, how did you end up in this world?
I was called to do, is that what you say?
Yes.
Horticultural science.
Yes.
Though I badly wanted to do microbiology, but I didn't get to change my course. So no, I didn't study fashion. I couldn't get to tell my parents I want to do fashion. They'll be like, what? What are you thinking? So no, I studied horticultural science in campus, which I have practiced and still am. So fashion is just passion. One of those things that started as a side hustle, which is becoming now like my main hustle sometimes. So yeah, I didn't study for this. There's something interesting that you've actually said there about parents not really willing, because it might look to so many people, it might look from people's lenses that fashion might not be that lucrative. Yeah.
But it is actually a big business.
It's a huge industry.
I think it's a 1.7 billion industry in the world, and you have a lot of people in the rich list of the biggest people. Like I think number 5 is it by Bernard Arnault of LVMH.
Yeah.
So how do you end up convincing your parents that this is actually something that you can pursue?
I think it gets easier with time. Even during our time, I'm saying that like it's so long ago, but the people who studied fashion, and right now with Gen Zs, because they're very open-minded and parents are more modern and more open-minded, I think more African parents are now inclining towards allowing their kids to do jobs that are not really considered professional, like as long as you make money and you're out there doing your thing. So I think it gets easier with time. Parents are becoming open-minded now.
So would you actually let your kids do fashion?
Yes. I would actually love for my kids, if I have any, to be fashionistas. It's like I said, it's huge and pays. There's so much money in fashion. There's always a fashion activity going on. There's always a runway, or like fashion runs the world. That's what we would like. It's like music. So yes, I would let my kids to.
So let me take you back a bit. You said that you actually studied horticultural science.
Yes.
So now you're in this class. Was it part of your plan to do it, or how did you even end up in horticulture?
Honestly, I don't know, because in high school I never. No, it wasn't on my list of what to do. So, but when you go to campus and you're like, oh, this is when you get admission letter and it's like, this is what you're going to do. You're like, you know what? It's okay. Why not? So yeah. And
there was a course in fashion in the school.
Yes,
so did you ever consider changing to that course?
No. Actually, I didn't think of fashion as a career as well when I was still in school.
Oh, okay. So you are part of that.
Part of the close-minded people. So I never thought of it as a career. I actually never saw myself doing fashion as my primary source of income. Yes. So I only liked sketches from when I was young, but it never clicked in my head that I would translate my sketches into money. It's actually but a year after campus that I decided to
get into fashion.
All
right. Yeah. So now you're done with school. So it's a year later.
Yes.
Did you start working as a horticultural in that world?
Yes. I was employed by FPIC just immediately after graduation, and I used to work in Limuru. But the reason why I now transitioned into starting my business is because there are not so many designers in Limuru. Plus it's cold there, so people don't really care for fashion that much. So I would come to Nairobi if I need something cute for work or something when I was traveling. So I would carry my sketch, and then a friend of mine had her own designer. So I would go to my friend's designer, show her a sketch, and like, please make this for me. So, and it was very frustrating, because of the distance. Sometimes I'm like, I need the outfit by Friday, and then it's not ready, and then it's Junini. Like, it's just a lot of nonsense. So I said, you know what? I have the sketches, I have the ideas in my mind. Let me get my own seamstress and just, do my thing. So it honestly started from making my own outfits.
Okay.
Yes.
So actually it came from necessity, isn't it?
Yes.
That you actually had a need that you needed it fulfilled, and then you started creating your own designs.
Actually, when I was employing him, I was like, you are only going to make my clothes, but if people like them, then we'll sell them. I was like, okay.
Did you like your first design?
Yes, because I drew it, and I had it for such a long time. It was a gown, I remember. I had it for such a long time, and then we had this India thing at work. So I was like, you know what? This is what you're going to make. And yeah, that's what he made, and it looked nice, and people are like, oh my God, I want this. Where did you get it from? And I'm like, from my tailor. That's how I started doing business.
Okay.
Yes.
So now from that incident, you decided to now start creating. How many were your first orders? Like, how many orders did you do?
My colleagues, and then I posted it on Facebook and my friends. I don't know. I can't remember really how many pieces I had. But from the gown, I made I think 5 of the same piece, and then from there, people just like, oh, can you tell her do this for me? Can you tell her do this for me? Then I started properly thinking of it as a business.
All right. So there's something that I'm getting. It's about, first of all, being able to be a creative.
Yes.
For you to be able to do this business.
Yes.
So what do you think that someone needs to be a tailor? That someone needs to know how to actually weave and do all those things for them to actually join the...
No, actually not, because there's so many areas of focus in fashion. You could be a stylist. Stylists don't know how to stitch. You just know how to piece. Like this top goes well with these pants and these shoes. So there are stylists, there are seamstresses who do the actual work. There's the business owners like myself. What else is out there? they're like teachers of fashion. Like you don't have to actually sit on the sewing machine for you to be a designer. It's good to have basic knowledge, Yeah, but you don't have to know how to stitch.
So basically, like if I have an idea of a shirt,
yes,
so I just need to know how that shirt would
you want
look
it
like.
to look like, yes.
Do you need to go to a course that tells you these are the measurements that you need for your collar, for the length of your... So how did you navigate that? How did you first do it? Because you had no previous training in terms of designing and all that.
Yeah.
You just had an idea of these clothes.
Yeah.
So now how do you now transition into now knowing how to do all this?
So, like I said, I only know how to sketch. Okay, before. Now I know how to do a little stitching here and there, but I only know how to sketch. My tailor, on the other hand, had gone to school for this. So we met in the middle. I could show him a sketch, and I'm like, I want you to bring this to life. He knows about the measurements, about what fabric we're supposed to use, about what needs to be done. Yes. So the idea comes from me, but the production really used to come from him. Yes.
All right. So now you've gotten clients.
Yeah.
So now how did you decide that this is the moment that I need to start a company?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Handle.
Yeah.
And now go full-fledged on it.
So up until when my tailor started working, I still hadn't thought of like a name or whatever. So there's an auntie of mine, Auntie Alice, who is Giriama. So I wanted something that is unique. So yeah, so I told her there's this thing that I've started that I started as a joke, but now it's becoming something. Like people are really buying from me, and they're asking me what the brand name is. So she was like, let me see. She mentioned a few other names, and then she said Hando. I'm like, yeah. Hando actually sounds nice. Then I just added African and then designs. Because at first we started with African designs a lot. Like we were only doing vitenges and very colorful fabrics. But with time now we're doing office wear, suits. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how's the growth been for you?
Oh my God, immense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when and how did you end up even winning awards?
Yeah. So we just kept at it. I just kept on making noise on social media, a lot of noise. Like I would really romanticize my work, like every single piece, because I was, amazed. I was like, oh my God, we can actually really do this thing. So anytime we'd make a new product, I would go all over social media, both on Facebook, Instagram. Everyone was like, oh my God, we made this piece. If you like it, call us. Yeah. So in 2019, someone nominated. I don't know who it is. I still don't know who it is. So I received this email saying we Hando have been nominated for the Creative Industry Award under the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So the email said, oh, congratulations, you've been nominated. To go ahead, you can now start asking for votes and all that. I was like, oh. Yeah. So again, I went on social media. I think social media has been the it for me. So I went again on social media. I was like, you guys, I don't know what this is, but we've been nominated. Please vote for us. And people voted. Yeah. And then we won. And then in 2020, we were, that is now me, nominated for Fashionpreneur Awards and Founders Awards. Then again, social media, please vote for us. And then we won. Yeah.
How do you feel that, do the awards actually help a business?
A lot.
How do they have they helped?
People like, I don't know if I should call it validation or what. Mm-hmm. And people buy people. Some people want to associate with you because of who you've dressed or what you've done or how big your name is, like, I'm dressed by Hando,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it makes a bigger impact than saying, mm-hmm. I'm dressed by fundi wangu wa mtaa. So yeah, it created like a whole buzz. People are like, oh my gosh, she's not even winning awards. She's talking at fashion things. Yeah, so the awards, actually it's in 2019 that Hando started, like turning heads and we started getting a lot of eyeballs. Mm. Yeah.
So, in terms of, there's something you've mentioned about social media. Yeah. What impact does social media actually have on your business? because I understand that first of all, you actually need to have a physical location if you
Yes.
want your business to grow.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually seeing there are a lot of people who are selling purely online.
Online, yeah.
So do you actually have a physical location,
Yes.
or do you actually mix them both?
From the start, I always had a physical location. And when I started, the online thing was not really, booming like now. I think right now people are having it so easy. Like you can just wake up and say, I have this these pieces. You approach a designer you work with, because I'm working with a few stockists as well. I just make outfits for them, and then they sell online. They don't have to go through the production process. They don't have to do anything. So yes, I have 2 physical locations in Nairobi and in Kisumu. Here in Nairobi, we are at Jubilee Exchange Building along Wamangina Street, and in Kisumu, we are at Stafford Mall. Social media is, it's like the global village. Almost everyone is on social media. People you would never have met, people you don't even know are looking at you. So social media is the most important tool for marketing, because let's say you're not on social media, so that means you're relying on referrals and people who you've done business with. You cannot compare that to making a post, because then thousands and even millions of people are looking at seeing your post.
Yes.
So social media has really helped us grow, given I'm an introvert, so you can imagine I'm not very good at one-on-ones. So social media has actually really helped my business a lot.
So drilling on that, which platform from your experience do you see that works really well with fashion brands?
I would say Instagram, because I have 2 accounts, my personal account and my business account. My business account does really well on Instagram, because Instagram, someone just sees a photo and it sells directly.
Yes.
But my personal Facebook account makes more money.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a mixture of. And right now TikTok is really winning. Like I have my designer friends who are like, I just go live on TikTok and I sell everything. If I have a sale, So it's really it's almost every platform. You just know how to navigate it.
All right. So now there's something which I feel like is actually quite important in the fashion world. Having conversations with 1 or 2 people in design, and it's a choice of material.
Yes.
So from your experience, how do you determine which is the best material for me to use in my business?
It depends on the design, and it depends on so many other things. For example, it's a whole variety of fabrics to use on different things. So it depends on what exactly someone wants, because some people are allergic to polyester or so it boils down to the client. What is your preference? Do you like lighter fabric or heavy fabric? Do you like colorful fabric or dull fabric? Like cotton or linen or Ankara? So it depends on the design, it depends on the preference of the client, it depends on cost.
Okay.
Yes, so it depends on a variety of issues.
All right. So now, since Hando Africa is there's an Africa element there.
Yes.
Do you lean mostly towards African designs or towards the formal corporate?
African. I love colors, and African colors are just it's Ankara is brilliant and does a lot, and I love a lot of colors. So I would say I lean towards African clothes. All
right. So now, looking at the practicality of it, we understand that the industry right now, the fashion industry, is infiltrated with a lot of second-hand used clothes, which is Mtumba.
Yeah.
And it's a big business. And I know it is a huge business. And, like I understand that in Kenya, it's like a 28 billion shillings industry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually that much. And that's so competing with Mutumba clothes.
No. We are not competing.
We are not competing with Mutumba.
We are complementing each other.
Complementing each other.
Yeah.
So just tell me about it. Do you feel that designing clothes, are you designing for everyday practical wear, or is it for functions or occasions? So where do you lean?
Mostly functions, because you realize our workplaces have really not embraced African clothes, like West Africans. Like you would not wear an Ankara dress to the office on a Monday. The government tried the Friday thing, but I don't think so many people have embraced it. So Mtumba wins on day-to-day functional clothes. Most of most of the clothes that make are for functions like weddings, events, just occasional things. Like it's my graduation and I want something custom made. Yes, so that's why I can't say we're competing, because then if designers were left to dress this nation, you would all walk naked. we don't have enough capacity to do it.
What do you think needs to be done? Because, of course, it's not wearing second-hand clothes is not an ideal situation.
It's not.
It's just something that we happen to do. But
and it's cheap and affordable.
Yes.
You know?
So what do you think needs to happen for actually everyone to start wearing new clothes, actually Kenyan designed clothes?
Yeah. Maybe have thousands of Rivertex in EPZ, whatever. Yeah, you know, like just and train more people to actually make outfits. We deserve like thousands or even 1 million designers. You know, just empowerment and just making it look fashionable enough, and also sensitizing people on wearing new clothes, like, because it's yours, it's made for you.
Yes,
Why would you then go ahead and wear a second-hand outfit that someone else has worn? So just
from a perspective, what advantages do you have on wearing the new clothes versus the Mtumba clothes, or just not only Mtumba but just the generic clothes that you'd find in a shop?
Yeah.
So what do you feel is advantage
it's
of it?
unique. It's unique to only you, unless someone copies it.
Yes.
It's, first of all, it's unique. It's custom made. Like, your measurements are taken. It's exactly your feet. You know, Mtumba or even the Turkey dresses. A size 8, for example, you can't say everyone in the category of size 8 have the same body types. No. So you would buy something in size 8, but the way it will fit you is not the same way it will fit another person. And talking of thrift, why would you want to wear something that someone else has? Okay, I know we all do. I mean, I have friends in the thrift industry. But I would choose a new, dress made exactly for me, because people are also very attached to their clothes, especially women. Like, you remember, oh my God, I got this when I was going for this event. I got this when I was, graduating, or when I went to Nani's wedding. So there's some attachment to it. Yeah. Right.
So now how do you deal with because there's so many complaints. Usually there's so many complaints about tailors and designers. Yeah. Like you tell either you have a promise.
Yeah.
Have you had those challenges where you've actually made very, very good promises, and then you fail to deliver on time?
Every designer in the world has gone through that, and let me tell you, it's not because of greed. People say, oh, they take so much work and then they can't deliver. Sometimes things just happen beyond our understanding. For example, like myself, I have people who do the production. Someone could fall ill. All my seamstresses are women right now. Babies and to do what, so sometimes you schedule work and then blackouts. Anything could happen. And then also another thing that happens is Kenyans, like right now we are in September, right? You have a wedding in December, say 10th. You will wait until 5th and then call, hi Morine, I did an outfit by 7th. Plus, because we've done business with you before, I'd be like, I can't say no. This is Nick. He's a repeat client. Let me just take in the work. But now you see, at that time, there's so many weddings. I already have people who started coming in, like earlier on. Yeah, so it's a lot of things.
So it's actually just book early. Yeah?
Just please book. But even we have said this so many times. People come on the 24th. And they need an outfit for the 20th. Imagine 24th. Kesho Christmas. They're like, hi, are you open? Yeah, so I don't think that will ever stop.
All right. So
yeah, but I try as much as I can. I always tell my clients, if it's a simple design, I say from 3 working days to a week. If it's a complicated thing, it's 2 weeks. And I try to really, really squeeze them into waiting for the 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
So just, we have enough time to complete the rest. I look at how it looks like. You come for your fitting, because it's it's a lot of noise when they come and then the outfit is not ready.
Yes. All right. So now, talking about clients and getting the people that come to buy your stuff. What other ways apart from just social media do you actually go and look for clients? Because you also have corporate clients, I understand.
Yes.
So what other ways are there for you to actually reach out to these people that you not necessarily have to go through social media to get them?
Is mainstream media social media?
Well, yes.
Oh,
no, wait, no. Mainstream media is media.
Print? Oh, it's media.
It is
social
media
is
so
like digital
by
online.
means of advertisement.
Yes. I have good friends who feature me on newspapers and I go for a lot of TV interviews and radio interviews. So that's one way. Newspapers really, if you're a designer out there and you don't know what to do, please ask for a feature on the newspaper. It works magic.
Okay.
Yes. So newspapers. I ask my friends. I ask my ex-workmates. If you need corporate uniforms or what. So I just speak to people. Yeah. When a client comes in for a dress, I'm like, and at your workplace, do you need, and then they're like, yeah. People are always willing to help. So.
And I noticed that you have a lot of celebrity models.
Yes.
So how does that work?
It converts a lot. You only have to choose who to work with, and I have been lucky in choosing very, very good people. Celebrities convert because they have a lot of eyes on them, and people, like I said, people love validated things. So they'll be like, oh, if Sanaipe could wear her outfit, I want the same exact thing. So yeah, celebrities, like I said, social media is a blessing. So celebrities really convert.
So for someone who wants to reach out to these celebrities, so how do you create a relationship where
I DM them? Let me tell you, every single celebrity that I've worked with, I DM them.
You slide on the DM.
I just slide on the DM. Hi, I'm Morine and I run Hando and I would like for us to work on a project. Funny enough, all of them have reached back and say, okay, let me check out your socials and then I'll get back. And they get back and they call because I always leave my number. All of them. Yeah, so please don't be shy. Just, slide in text.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, just speaking about social media,
yes.
Back to social media.
Yes.
I understand that sometimes the business is not, is almost compacted. No, not slow. People are not able to separate the business and the person most of the time, and sometimes you as a person, you have your own issues, you have your own struggles in life, and sometimes you might actually get into controversy.
Yes.
So how does that affect? And have you ever been in any controversial situation? And how do you navigate that?
So I would start by saying it's a blessing and a curse to be the face of your brand or associated with your brand, because first of all, people buy you. People will buy because it's Morine. People will buy because maybe she was kind to me somewhere or we went to school together. So that is the blessing. The curse is if something personal is happening to you, people tend to attach it to your business because then it's we know Hando because we know Morine. So yeah, so it can go either way. And yes, I have been in a controversy, but I have come to realize that, like they always say, even negative publicity is good publicity. There's no bad publicity.
So now, how do you manage that situation where a lot of people are talking about you in a negative light?
Yeah.
And you have a business that you need to run as well. So how did you manage that situation?
I just stopped. I just took a break, to process the whole thing in, and then after a week, I was like, you know what? Let me go out there and address it, because sometimes, people say silence is, the solution to a lot of things. But sometimes when you're silent, people tend to believe you're guilty or you're just rude. Like we are trying to poke you and you're not responding. So what I did is I, went ahead and addressed the whole thing and just said my truth, and we moved on. And people are like, okay, if this is what really happened, then.
Did it really impact your business negatively, or do you feel like it actually, there was some positive?
There was a lot of sales in the 1 week that the controversy had hit my life. A lot. Like, I was trying to stay away from my phone because I was scared people calling me for, oh, we've seen this and this and this and this. But sales, like new clients, I think we made more sales than what I have been able to make in a month.
Wow.
Within a week.
Wow.
Yes. So it's, yeah. And
so does it now give a glimpse of what people talk about when they say Kiki? Like actually people go and try and find this controversy.
Yes, it does. Yes.
What do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's the best for someone who's trying to actually win in business? Do you feel like that?
If you have a thick skin, please go for it. But I'm not doing it again. Let me tell you, I'm going to stay out of trouble for the rest of my life. But if you can, because eyeballs mean people. Sales.
So for someone who wants to get into the fashion business, what would you advise them?
Believe in yourself. Be your number one client. People tend to buy what you yourself can sell, and you cannot sell what you can't wear. So be your own model. Embrace your designs. Start by making things that you like. It's easier that way. It's easier selling something you're obsessed with. So start with a few pieces, wear them yourself every day, talk about your business everywhere. I think some people just know Hando, they don't even know my real name. So talk about your business everywhere and be out there. Any opportunity, anywhere, just go. You never know who you meet, you never know where you'll be, called next. And every form of advertisement, grab it. Yes.
Do you feel like the industry is saturated, or is there still enough space for new people to actually join in?
I have a very abundant mindset. So, and like I told you, even myself, if I'm told to dress just Nairobi, I would die in 2 days. So there's nothing like oversaturation. There's nothing like we have more than enough designers. We don't. And that's
the demand is still high.
It's extremely, and that's why we still have thrifted clothes. Yeah. We are not even, I don't think we even take care of like 50% of Kenyans. Not even close. Not even close. And every designer is busy most of the time. So no, please join us. And
So this is the message to parents that actually it is a very viable industry.
Yes.
And that there's so much space for growth.
Yes.
You can actually make money out of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Because not to, shame other professions, but an average designer makes a, decent amount
just say like, okay, just say a very successful designer, how much are they looking at?
Oh my God, millions. Like successful designers are out here driving, huge machines.
It's actually possible to turn over millions.
Yes, it is. It actually is. The designers are making more than $1 million a month in profits. Wow. Here in Kenya, here in Nairobi. Okay. Yeah, and you won't say they have only premium clients. No, they dress everyone. So really, fashion is huge.
It's a multi-million. Yes. You still do horticultural science stuff. Yeah, I still practice,
yes. So just not 85. I do consultancies here and there. I'm doing something for FPC right now. And I worked way until 2020. I was working for Virtual City when COVID hit. And then there were rumors of pay cuts. And because I'm asthmatic, I was scared of going to the office all the time because of the asthma. And then what happened? I got one of my clients called me and said I think she still works for B-Box. And she was like, hi, Morine, can you make masks? Just at the onset. And I was like, we've never done something like that. But yeah, you always say yes to business. And she was like, okay, we need 10,000 masks. I was like, okay.
Wow.
Yes. So when I got to handle and talked to my team about it, they were like, we are going to need days and nights, and you have to outsource, and we have to work like crazy shifts. That's how I quit employment at that time. I was like, let me focus on this, because it was
during COVID.
Yeah, we are the COVID millionaires. Okay, Pesa Elisha, please don't come at me. But yes. So I was like, I can make so much more at my business than at this work at this particular time. Not to this employment. Employment is where I got money to start my business. So yeah, so that's when I slowly transitioned to handle being my primary source of income. But in between, I've gotten very nice, tiny projects, which I, give my all on the side but I always bounce back to handle.
So how do you balance it between doing what you've actually learned in school and this passion project that you have?
It's crazy because I've never worked for the government. I work for very intense NGOs. It's crazy. The days I have my consultancy work, I lose weight because I'm balancing the two. But I've also, with time, developed nice structures. I have people who can buy fabric, post in my own words, exactly the way I write. So you would not know if it's me.
So the business actually can run by itself.
Yes.
It doesn't really need you to be there.
Yes. I've been away for a whole month.
Wow.
And clients were still, going, business was still running. And my tailors, they know how important it is to do their work on time.
So you've said you actually even take breaks. So how important is it for you to decompress, just take leave and decompress?
It's very important for your mental health. You can die doing this every day. A client here, and especially on busy, like right now, this third quarter is always chaos. So it's important to rest in maybe the second quarter so that you are ready for the marathon. For
you to be a fashion designer, from the onset, you're already an employer. I want to understand, how are you able to manage? Because you've been thrown into a world of actually being an employer.
Yes.
So how do you manage people to actually bring out what you actually want them to bring out?
I take my time when say I'm looking for a new tailor. I take my time to actually sit down with them the whole day and just look at them from different angles. So
basically, if someone actually wants to start designing clothes, they expect to basically be thrown into management, isn't it?
Yes.
People management.
Yes, people management. Like so you have to see through people. But when you're in business, you're everything. You're the human resource manager. You're the sales person. You are the finance person. You are the everything. But your staff, especially in this business, is your most important asset, because if your tailors cannot produce, even if you have 1 million clients, what are you going to do with them? Yeah.
Okay. So just to close off, with this current economic situation that we're in, where do you see the creative industry going? And in terms of, would you advise someone to actually join it or stick to the safe space of employment? I know it's scary because sometimes you can go a whole week without getting a client. That happens. But sometimes also you get a lot of clients. So it's just balance at the end of the day. All right. So thank you very much, Morine. Thank you for having me. This has been the Creative Hustle. Thank you guys for listening, and join us next time when we talk to more people in the creative economy.